Good morning. That was almost done, but... Alright, so I think last time I looked at this it was like 211, so we're getting more packages. Now, one of the things I did for my trip was I downloaded a cache of the actual... Is it search.json? Yeah. I mean, that's a start. And set it up so that I can use that to avoid hitting the site all the time. So now I should be able to go back here. Except we actually have to test this. Yeah, this is off localhost. So, update that every time we use it. And as we're sitting here refreshing, we won't be hitting the site directly or indirectly. So that was one thing. The other thing is I apparently had nothing set up when I left here, or I changed the format. So I should actually be able to kind of start setting up all the stuff. Oh, hey, Miss Milkshake. Oh, this one's gonna be quite the little adventure. And this is not very many modules. Well, it's going okay. I made a little bit of project. I did some offline progress on this, so just something to work on in some mornings when I was waking up earlier than other people. So this is donation config. Exercise, I'm not as worried about. Twitch API, I already kind of know is ready to go. Yeah, I'd probably, if you're looking for help with that, I'd try the OBS forums or the OBS Discord. There's a tools and plugins section there. I haven't been doing a lot with that lately, so haven't been keeping up with it as much. Maybe I should still check in on tools and plugins though. But yeah, for what you're doing with rotating a source, I'd probably start with the clock example that comes with OBS. That shows you how to select a source, and then you hit up the OBS documentation. The thing you were pointing out was a scene item, so that would be under like sources and scene items, I think, which is the page pointed you to, and there's like the rotate thing there. So the only tricky part is that sometimes the ability to change something is separate from OBS saving the settings to do something. Hopefully with the sources, it's that's just part of the source data, but I know for like the OBS main settings, there's no real way to access that. Exercises, I'm not as worried about. I'm gonna have to update this sometime. Hostable. Oh, I need to tag these things. So this was following videos. Well, Elm has had a big update and not all the packages are available. So I am making a tool to help me track when the packages become available. One of these is mine. And so once this is done, that will be a project. It's just following videos again. I guess I should be checking for duplicates. I don't know how that happened. Oh, because I canceled. Hosting clips. And maybe one of the things I should do is, like, when I get around to editing these things, actually put in some kind of useful name there. OBS might check was an LMAP. Oop. Those are all the scripts. Name picker was not an LMAP. Trying to keep that as a small little thing. Schedule from videos is an LMAP. And YouTube. Oh, Elm is a immutable static programming language that compiles to JavaScript, sort of in the Haskell ML tradition, but aiming for a much more simpler and approachable setup. So it's purposely leaving out some of the more advanced / more complicated constructs. This is all right. So that would be good if I fix my thing. It's been the main way I've made money. All right, so the UI is crude but serviceable. So I think the thing I was looking at next is summary. You know, just X found and 2 missing kind of thing, which is going to be all view. So this is display package. So this is going to be a detail, I think. What program is there where you write code? You mean this is GVim, I think. Yeah, GVim is the Vim variant. So display package, summary repository. Might need selected. I might have to rethink selected, but so. Well, yeah, it's the trick of finding the available and online. And I may be able to answer, this is going to be summary. So for summary, might not necessarily have all the controls. Might be more like there. So we're going through on each one. And we have to do this. So for these purposes, all we care about is we've got a list. We can either map it to bool and then try to do something with that. Update thing. Update checker. Well, what I'm doing is I'm using a file reader through a port, which is their way of doing a foreign function type things outside the language. To get file reader, to get the the format has changed, but it's not too different from this. It's just they don't have this direct indirect stuff going on. It was also doing ranges then, not direct versions. Oh, there's test dependencies too. Interesting. Not sure how that works out. Anyway, there's a list of dependencies in there, and then this, this site has a list of packages, which is essentially this data. And really all I'm caring about is that it exists. So and they've kind of done a clean sweep with the O19 package list. If you know, like the exact way to format it, you can still get the documentation for old packages, which is actually one of the things I'm doing. So like I set up the links to get to the most recent version of this. But basically we're just taking the list of packages that we want, that we're looking for, and comparing it to the list that's available here, and marking some things. Oh, the other thing I did is I found somebody else who had listed a set of the transformations, and I borrowed, or there was in the update documentation, there was a complete list of the officially moved packages, so I borrowed a few extra of those. So, you know, we're still missing a few here and there. This might have actually kind of been rolled into O19. So some of these things might bear investigation. But yeah, it's just comparing two lists and trying to format it nicely. So we've got this code. I was trying to decide. I can map it to booleans and then try to count the booleans somehow. I could try. No, it would be a map and a fold to count it, properly speaking. And actually, I wouldn't even need. So there's partition. It doesn't count the ones that satisfy a test. I could transform them to 1 and 0 and sum it. I could partition it on found and then just count the two lists. There would be some superfluous list construction there, but that seems like maybe the simplest way to do it. All right, did I copy this already? Because I'm going to have a function that does the transformation and search. So repository name, this is just going to be a Boolean. So we've got new name, we've got found. So actually, that is this. So in summary, we might want to do let partition the first list that satisfy the test. So we have updated and missing as equal to list.map. No, partition is updated. Is updated repository, and then the package.dependencies. Well, that's the big thing that has to be done once. So we've got text, we've got list.length. I don't know that either order makes particular sense here. And then this, furthermore, has to be turned into a string dot from int, I think how this goes. And I had some classes I was using in my display dependency. Well, this is new name, old name. No, where's found and missing? Ah, package name. But I'll have to see how that works out. So, summary. So this, well, it's going to have a text. Span class. I could almost treat this as a package name, but missing text. Class found text, and see what kind of errors we've been accumulating here. Oh, this was left over. We're doing that up there effectively. No. Did I not get enough parentheses? Okay. Oh, we didn't update this to get an opening bracket. I don't know why it took that long to get an error message. Oh yeah, we need different presentation. That does not stand out at all. Mm-hmm. I'm probably gonna make this look like a two-column. Well, depending on layout, but two-column type of thing. What can we do here? I'm not sure if I want a slash, because it's not really out of unless I display the sum number instead of the updated number. We could also just change up the style. But we actually need to then reverse this back. I don't want that standing out so much. All right, so that makes the real problem stand out a tad bit better. Now I want padding on that, but that's gonna just throw everything off. Eh. And actually, it's gonna be more like padding left and padding right. Possibly even more. And this is getting too big. And that's a little bit better. I don't know. This is nice for scanning. But am I in a position to go actually do these things yet? Oh. And we don't want that big red thing if it's a 0. If missing greater than 0, else I think it's the closest thing we have to a no-op. And probably we should do a similar thing here. Oh, this is... If list dot... Do we have a list dot empty? Yes. Which reverses this. List dot is empty. What the? Man. Okay. What? What? Are we broken here? Hmm. All right, let's just take all this stuff out. Okay. And now I want to go from this direction. Okay. Oh no, it's not found. It's updated. Why? What kind of weird error message is that? Symbol not found. Well, I guess that's. But why is it highlighting project name? This seems like a buggy file position. Because this is an accurate message. So the one that you can update doesn't stand out very much. If missing is empty. But that makes this kind of a mess. Oh, so what we do there, well, I think this may have changed in the new one. I know there used to be a class list. Yeah, string bool. Class list. Maybe it's the style tag I was thinking of that changed. List dot is empty missing. Now what? Oh, because this is the list of these attributes. Even that, doesn't stand out very much. So we might need to make this a full and proper list. And throw package name is a little confusing. You're just true, so we can do something like but this is found. Yeah, so this one is available to be updated. The rest of these all have missing dependencies, which you would have to review in detail. And I don't have a terminal for source control stuff without killing something right now. Summary view. Highlight missing and updatable packages. Alright, so I kind of want to do a thing where this is your main interface and you can... I mean, I guess I could just do a straight up 2-column. That would just make it scroll, which always works. Or I could have some sort of select. Well, having a way to select it would actually make this thing a little bit clearer than it is now. It's a little bit janky where it's like you click in it and it selects it, and then you can, when you're done, it saves it. Oh, that didn't actually... Oh, it didn't actually change it. So that would make more sense for the idea you've selected something. And then we can see about styling it as a 2-column thing later. So we would want to be able to select off of any of these. But now we've got a UI affordance thing to worry about. I mean, this is a button. I guess you could style these as links. Or you could style them as buttons. You know what? I might actually want to move the numbers over. Well, I mean, numbers can take up different amounts of space. You could get into 2-digit things. And then, of course, there's the cases where they're missing and they don't line up. Uh, uh, a table might actually work for that. It is presenting a bit of data. How do we indicate an affordance to select? All right, I think I'm still too tired for that. I think there's a thing you can do with cursors. But for the moment, we're in view. All right, package summary. Span. I guess we can at least make this anchor. And then we do, well, it's not even an href, it's a on click, which is exactly that. We've got a package here, right? Yep. Oops. Hasn't compiled yet. Oh, okay, so yeah, we're just not doing anything with it yet. So now that changes what we do with... So the detail view is going to be effectively always selected. So this is never going to be read-only. We don't need to pack selected package in. I might still want to do that in summary something. Let's see. But it's not this. It is... let's actually get rid of the int as well. Oh. Oh, I do already have a project name. We've got remove package on detail. Then here, maybe dot map. Display package detail. This is model dot selected package. And we also have to give it a maybe dot with default of Nothing. All right, so that is selecting. We need something to do. This is selected and something to indicate a affordance. Is that where we do something like just to give it an attribute? Oh, that did a page update. That also did a page update. Oh, maybe I did. Oh, they hadn't reloaded yet. Okay. That doesn't do a page update. And then the next thing would be to make that a little bit more responsive. Select package from summary for detail view. Now I know in some of these, actually I haven't done a lot of layout in most of these. I know in this one it did a little bit of responsive stuff. Did this get all the way, yes, to a style page? And this is what we found. All right, and then we have to give each section a base max width. And then we went from smaller to larger. Doing width mostly. So I'm going to need to name my sections. So it's our top level view. This is an LI. So UL. Package summary. And then display package detail. Oh, this isn't an LI anymore, it's just a div. I might actually want to make that a section that's there regardless. So we've got package summary, max width. Just a button, it's a small little thing. I mean, probably somewhere around there. And this is where we have to check. Okay, I appear to have missed a detail here. Oh, because now you have to call. Now you have to do everything in row and columns. That's actually. So I probably am going to have to do some stuff. So we start off with. Actually, more of a column. With the style, now we're going to have a div class row for these. And a div class row for that. Yeah. Kind of want to have the container up here, so we're just managing all this stuff up this way. We still have to close out this one. Oh, these are columns. Display package detail. Went wrong. Oh, no, it is up here. Can't really point me at anything, though. What? Wonderful. Well, here's where we change all the structure. Oh, you need to be a comma. And then do we have... Oh, we might not have a closeout for that. So this looks bad. Yeah, that is the O. We do kind of want some padding there. So I guess we're going to have to look at specifically at package summary. And the size seems about right. That's not what I want. Question is, can I get... Okay, it does show me. So that becomes too much at default size. Around 720. So we would do we did max width on those. Oh. So then these. Oh, okay, so that's max width. Is that the right unit? Okay, so that would let them That would let the elements possibly have more space if they needed it. Yeah, you get a little bit of scrunch there. But mostly we don't need that much response here. Now they're supposed to be doing max width or min width here. Yeah, max width. And we're mostly doing distributions among the larger screen areas. All right, is that our main thing right now? Yeah. Arrange for responsive layout. Oh, I wanted to fix this, which was just kind of wherever. So package summary. UL. Padding top. Yep. I'm in L mode. Oh, it must be margin. No. We compiled yet? Well, what is it then? Is it the LIs? Oh, package summary is a UL. All right, so that will... Oh, also, I arranged for... I did that there. Oh, I have to actually add the... and possibly... Oh, yeah, I did use a paragraph. So actually... I don't know if that matters. No. This says nothing about display. So you also need a name. Pick file and known packages. Known packages. And we'll start with that. And you would actually have a different breakpoint. That would be at 25, presumably. Okay, so that one needs a little bit more. So that is... No, you were supposed to be 15. Ooh. You know, if we're going to do that, actually, why are those different? I guess because that's allowed to grow to 50%. Huh. Oh, that's a span. Oh, maybe input needs to be in its own little block element. So that this can be in its own little block element. Well, that wasn't exactly what we wanted. Oh, that's probably a just a matter of margins. But that is kind of what we wanted. So known packages. Actually, this doesn't even mean that. Well, okay, so maybe that entire row needs something. So let's call this header That looks a little bit better. I guess that's still a little weird because they're just technically different. It doesn't need the space. But this will just kind of simplify everything. Actually, I may not have actually, I may refresh that too soon. Yeah. Okay. What's next? So I also wanted the ability to pull in a package from a URL. So do we have anything? Oh, here's one. So if we can figure out how to get the, well, no, we just want, if you've got, step one, if you've got a package JSON anywhere on the net, we want to be able to say, go get it. Which, I'm probably not going to have a good interface for that. Or rather, I have already allocated all of my space. So things aren't necessarily going to line up nicely anyway. So we're going to have an input. Oh, you know what? We're not necessarily going to have select package here. We're going to have another thing here. And I think I might end up switching these. Error? Okay, well, you weren't indented. It's fine. Is this indented wrong? That's pick file. Okay. Div pick file call. input, so we have to go here. And if we follow suit from this, we're going to repetitive around it. Package URL. Well, it's not going to be renamed package. It is going to be load URL value I don't know if we actually have anything to synchronize. What we can do here is placeholder. And then messages we can send. So load package. Load URL string. And then our update function, it needs to do something with that. We haven't something proved out yet. All right, UI, load package, load URL. It probably is going to be a bit of a command. It's going to look like when we fetch package list. Fetch package from URL. Fetch package list. All right, get from URL. And I should ideally decode as a package list. No, not a package list. This is a package file. Load package, persist.package. Is that where it ended up? No, we've got another kind of package here. Pack.package. Oh, that's this thing. Does that come from loaded? And file input.read files, which is a port, which comes back on a subscription. Receive package files. So given a string, and we want package loaded. That's going to be an HTTP error. Well, thankfully it isn't a very big thing to deal with. Excuse me? Fetch failed. Okay, package, edit the packages, persist. It's not going to be recorded as a... Now this has to come through receive package file string. And get URL with a package.package. And see how mad the compiler gets at that. Cannot find a package URL. Package URL. Uh, 137. One 37. Thank you. Yep. Package value is a string but get needs to be a JSON decoder. Oh, was I providing something to a result? Oh. Wait. That's not a straight up decoder. So I cannot use a straight up decoder version of HTTP fetch. Because I need to construct a package which includes the raw text, which is not something that your default get will let you do. So we actually have to get a string and then deal with it ourselves. So that starts to look a bit more like receive package file. But we still have to deal with get string. Oh, yes, doesn't directly handle that. Package from URL. Get string URL. We send that. And we'll do this. So what we're going to get back is an HTTP error or string. So I could do the JSON decoding and then in a function. And then pass it off, but not. We want to do our usual kind of error handling and such. So fetch package from URL. Oops. Fetch failed. All right, so this is going to be package URL loaded. Got an OK of the text. So that doesn't kind of give us centralized error handling, but I'd have to work that somehow into an HTTP error. Are HTTP errors exposed? Where I could something unexpected. Where you went wrong in your JSON decoder or whatever. But it is a string, not a JSON decode error. I mean, I could. So I do have something that I could convert that to. In order to do more centralized error handling. But it's not going to be quite this. So we would have something like receive package request. And receive package request. Actually, this is a response. And this is going to get a result http.error string and return a message. So now we have to do the case result of OK string. It's going to look a little bit like this. And error. Yes, because we're doing a message. Package loaded. Error. Oh, I don't even need a custom handler then, necessarily. Except for reporting purposes. But okay, string, package loaded. Oh. Okay, yeah, to propagate the error, I would still need a package URL loaded. Map error. So we're going to do that to debug.log. And we have to do this to http.bad payload. Oh, I hope I can construct response objects. Debug.toString. It's in the wrong position. Error. And http.response. Oh, that's the type. Oh. This is an expect. Type alias response. I don't have a full response. We have a URL status, which is the code in a message. And just all this is lost to us. So in the case of a JSON error, we're not actually passing any of this through. Headers is a... And then body is string. Well, that did turn out rather nasty. Is there not a dict.empty? Yes, there's a dict.empty. Oh, I forgot this. And then this did turn into a rather nasty little thing here. Oh, we actually need 2 parentheses as well. Got your arrow. Oh no. We're missing another parenthesis. Can I find a package variable? Oh, so I don't even have that. That looks like we defined it still. X7. Right, because package loaded was still a JSON decoded error. And I'm still debating that. Result error. Type error. Oh, no, I've got HTTP. I've got HTTP. HTML. That's probably a thing too, but, or maybe a thing, I don't know. Goodness knows I've made lots of HTML errors. All right, so we had found, we need the raw URL. Oh. Yeah, it's just Elm Core, so that's theoretically upgradable. I probably need to do something here. Maybe I just set value to blank? Yeah, kinda. So I wonder if... Nope, there's not even an issue for this yet. All right, so that allows us to reference things. Oh, that just pulls them in. Well, it's something. I guess the crazy thing is that once you get to the raw content, I don't even have a paste box. Yeah. Let's get to the raw content. What? Oh, did I hit bump? Oh, I must have been on the X button. Okay. Now, the conversion to HTTP error was a little funny, but... Oh, I haven't done anything exceptionally useful with the layout of this. So we got pick URL. Okay. Except that's not actually the appropriate width. Well, it actually works out surprisingly well. Fetch package from URL. So one of the things I wanted to do with this is be able to specify a URL as a parameter. And then it would go out and fetch it and view it. Oh, actually that gets into a related thing in that anytime I add something, I presumably want to view details on it. So selected is a package. Packages are a list of packages. So anytime we load a package, package loaded, selected package equals just package. So we pick something and it's selected. We add is this still here? Yes. And it's selected. Automatically select recently loaded package. All right, break time. Be back in a minute or two.
Piles and piles.
All right. Science time.
Or science.
Aww. The platform is, however, facing up and trying to balance itself to the floor.
Yeah.
Well, not all experiments are successful.
Oh no.
East one. Ah. There we go. Southgate. Oh my god. No! I legit just blew up my ship. Wow, that's really disappointing.
Hyper contract, not because I'm a liar.
I'm trying. I'm just digging up stuff now. I think it's been a couple of minutes. I feel like it's been a couple of minutes.
Yeah, come into my womb. That sounds so weird. Oh god. I just I just said something very stupid. Yeah, baby's cut.
there we go.
Okay, I'm back. I got some food though, so I'm gonna be playing while I eat. If anybody died while I was gone, I'm gonna load it. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for now.
Welcome back. So one of the things I want to be able to do with this is have a way to link to a package, and then kind of display detail views like, this package is in this status. And for that, we may have to turn off saving it and have like all save or something. All right, and maybe, even these, you just sort of load it in that sort of temporary state. And then you can kind of save it into your list. Oh, that would have been a little bit more of a pain when I was initially loading this up. It's also pretty easy to remove things. All right, so we need to, well, this is going to be interesting because we can set this up. I'd have to get into a routable application to intercept those as links, I think. And so that's there. So we have some stuff in init that fetches that. And I should probably take this out so it's easier to see that it's working. Init search. So we have a string. And it is just a string. Extract URL. Can double check that's coming through. Hadn't compiled yet. Okay. And that's just a URL. So the simplest possible way to do this command.batch fetch package from URL. But this is also a if. Oh, you know what? This was a maybe we don't need a default. No, it's maybe URL though. No, we still need this because of that. Maybe. Oh, but this needs a default then. Maybe .map fetch package from URL. One moment. Going up. You beautiful people. Oh, I guess that one's got to stay a ladder. Man, if they're on exosuit duty, it just takes so long to get back.
Is a thing that allows you to convert polluted water into regular water. So this big pool of pea water, basically, is what we use for the main water of our base when necessary. We do have 3 coal generators here as backups. We're only down to 9 tons of coal. I actually didn't have a natural gas geyser that I could find on this map. I explored the whole map like crazy, desperately looking for an
Okay, not yet. So we don't need this option phase. Because the AI scripts themselves will handle all that. So we don't need any buttons. Or the mouse. Still need this.
Many viewers. May as well just start the game. So, as you probably know, Oxygen Not Included has created a little bit here. Base dug out. Let's build that other set. Meal lice, or meal wood. As far as it goes, putting doors down everywhere, it's a little bit of overkill. I probably don't even need to do that, but I just like it. One advantage to it is,
east one. Ah. There we go. South gate. Oh my god. No!
Seminar about he mentioned Jehovah, so it might have been a Jehovah's Witness. All right, so we want to if it's a string, we want to fetch it or attempt to fetch it. And if it is a not, we want to do command.none. Width default. Maybe if you were doing some sizing things. Oh. Is this not how I think it does? Oh, right. This map's within the maybe. How do I get you out of maybe? Oh, with default takes it out. It's just it gets the value. Does this require more arguments than I thought? No, it's just a string. Does maybe not map not do what I think it does? You take a full-on string. Oh. How about maybe URL? So that does have the effect of adding it to your collection. Now, so if I'm going to set it up where it does this, I probably need... We've not loaded our package list yet. We should probably make this a set. I can't do set operations on parsed packages. We could do dict operations with very long key strings. So I almost want this to be a separate application mode. Well, the problem is that if I keep reloading this right now, I'm just going to keep on adding this. So I really do need some duplication protection. So either I explicitly do that here, or I convert it into a dict that would essentially be using the entire package text as the key. So we would take, oh no, we would want to prefer the pre-existing one. Because that might have a name. If list dot it's not member because that's a definite element. List dot any actually we could. I could pull out name. Name equals package.name. If it is equal to, we just do model.packages. Else, oops. All right, let's get one of these error-free. Oh, we actually need to provide a list, don't we? Fancy that. Yep. Dev sites probably get that a lot. Okay, so now I could choose this. Oh, I was doing name. Wrong field. It worked for the named one. Oh, it was packet. All right, so that didn't get loaded. This is it's selecting that instead of the existing one. Okay. Oh, and I set that up to deselect on remove package, clearly. Select package. Rename package. But it did not affect this one, so eh. Oh, I should have checked what's in between there. Fetch. Package from. Fetch package text from URL. And yeah, just a UI thing of whether we want to, if you got pointed to a package from here, do we want to have a save or do we just want to make you take it off your like list of watching packages? The other thing we might want to do is right now, how does this work? Okay, we're still doing local selection here. Not being interfered with by the fetch. I might want to be able to like get a link. Say, give me the link to this so I can go share it. And I could probably get an icon from that from Icomoon later. I mean, that could potentially apply to any of these. Oh, you know what? I've been doing Elm docs on these. I could probably set it up to do. I guess I gotta have a whole family of icons after every one. But I can't. Well, to focus internally, I'm going to have to be fetching all the packages, if assuming I can find them. Uh, hmm. Oh, and this is actually interesting. This is an unsupported package, but it's in that state where it could be upgraded. And even if I was browsing these within the app, I'd probably want to be updating the URL. That turns it into a full-fledged application with URL management. Although if I'm browsing within packages, I might not want to be automatically saving them on browse, but I'd still be fetching them, so I'd have to track whether it was something I deliberately loaded or something I browsed through. Oh, and of course I'm only set up to handle the old Elm package JSONs. So anything that was in 19 would presumably have an elm.json. Which would be a little bit different. So these are the ones we might want to link to. Say, well, how close is that to being upgraded? Would it be easy or would it not? And actually, this is one. So I don't think there's going to be commentary here. Obsolete. Use Elm random. Well, okay. So there's that. So actually, that is a rewrite rule, which currently is in here. So this is mgold elm random pcg. And I guess. Oop. All right, so that's one. Issues Elm 19. PRs. Elm community shrink. That dependency. Oh, okay. But actually, so I need to work on that. But as long as I'm doing rewrites. Oh, well, there it is. Yeah, random PCG. I don't actually think you need subdirectories like this. Which became, well, it became random, but. So that's me. WebSocket is kind of a known issue. Also, apparently this needs to be wider. And then we got a whole bunch of things on this one. Well, I think Elm Plot becomes a completely different animal. Yep. Update to Elm 19. Ah. Elm Crypto, okay. So I guess pull requests are a separate thing. Elm Plot kind of got replaced by... Yeah. It's like line charts, but that's not a direct replacement. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Typo fix. Okay, well that might be a problem, but it's not a rename. Elm WebSocket is a project in process. eUnit, UUID, random PCG. Which looks like it might be our only rename here. WebSocket. And then Elm Test is... I think they went to Elm Explorations. Ooh, yeah, none of these are actually recent. Well, these are recent-ish. But I think I had seen on packages... yeah, Elm Explorations would be... Or I convert it, but I may have actually had to do some asynchronous stuff on that. And this was Elm Community. Oh, was it just like test or something? Elm Explorations test. All right, so you're down to 1. You're actually just dependent on me. You're just dependent on me. Wait, are you updating? Okay. That's UUID. That's a bunch of stuff. Got a bunch of eUnits. And some much longer lines than we had before. Package detail. And that means this should be 50. Add some package renames. So we wanted a way to get links from some of these. So for any given package, we might want a link to it. I might want to bring it up in this interface. I might not always want to save it. Well, if I don't always want to save it, it might actually kind of switch it over to where this is more your primary thing. And you've got a little bookmark list on the side. Although, if you're browsing around, this is a lot more size stable. But in a wide view, that's okay. I could perchance save this fetch if I checked my local storage, but that would mean waiting until loaded to do that, which means I have to save the target URL in the model. So for any of these, there's a couple of places we might want to go. For these, it would be nice just to be able to bring it up here. But then you've got, you don't really need to bring these up here. And in fact, we can't bring these up here. But then you've got inconsistent, if you just make that the click behavior. And you're kind of picking that for everything, even though it almost depends on what kind of project it is, which way you browse it. But you've got package documentation, you've got package GitHub, you've got view it in this application. Figure out how we would guess the most likely package URL and see if we can bring it into our interface. So these things require that we point to something else. So it would have to be a specific thing on these that was an extra. And maybe on these, even though they're kind of irrelevant. That would bring it up internally. And I almost want to say that we update this so once you're looking at it, you can just kind of link to that URL. Yeah, we kind of got almost two apps going on here. There's like the view details, and there is the list. I was kind of building this for the list so I could monitor the status of my own projects. All right, well, step one, we have a link that can figure out the URL to this and make a request to it. We'll worry about being fancy with this later on. So we're in the view. We're going to have to... That is almost entirely a view thing, isn't it? I was just going to say load URL. That's kind of neat. So when we are displaying a... Oh. That kind of extends this, doesn't it? Oh, this is class, though. This and... Oh... No. We're doing content. So it is... Text name. Oh, this has insufficient context. This is... Well, no, any missing one could have it. Would be a package of interest. If missing, then we need a span to hold a spacer and an anchor. Should really be a button, shouldn't it? Button on click. Load URL to be determined. Fudge it for now. And actually, we don't. The spacing we don't need as much if it's a button. Else, nothing. Oh, don't have the two of them. Thread blocked indefinitely an mvar operation. On click expects one argument got. Ah. Oh. Yeah, I tend to be lazy about that early on. And then this goes back to wherever the heck we call this from. That's a little weird faded out. Oh, we do need a spacer there. And we do not need to be making all these web requests right now. I mean, well, it is nice to have this view come up, but... and we'll want to get a more subtle icon later. So now, given a package name... Oh, I have a version. We perhaps do master? Yeah, so we're going to have to do that. So, plus name. Arrow or pausing expression or parentheses. You might need to do a little restart. There is no location information there. Oh, so okay, sure. Pardon me. That sort of worked. Oh, but I'm still within a link. Which is kind of bad. No, I can do the coloring on this one. And then and then put that inside of here. So we've got text. All right, so if we don't have that, no. What? Oh, no, oh. Parsing package names definition. Man, why is it so hard for this one function? All right, well, this is getting rather unwieldy. Something went wrong. Oh, you know what? Well, we only need this. Boy. Oh. So the new compiler is more easily fooled by mismatched brackets. All right, lose you. I lost some of my coloring. Old name dot missing and dot old name dot missing a. And then we somehow lost the inverse red. Oh. No. There's only one thing that does that. Span dot missing. Dot missing is still one of our selectors. Have I forgotten how to do this? Group of selectors. Separated by commas to all elements selected. This is dot missing. This is dot missing. What seems to be the problem here? Maybe because we haven't saved yet. Or because we hadn't compiled yet. Yay, we didn't immediately browse. So you're upgradable. Probably. Well, yeah, with the random stuff. We've already got you. WebSocket's going to be whole project. Already got you. Is missing Word, which is just core. Plot needs to be replaced. Result extra, which is just core. UUID and WebSocket. This might be a little bit awkward tracking some of these because these will always be pointing at the old versions or always be referencing the old versions. But these are the ones that I'm really tracking. This is more like, well, how big of a deal are some of my dependencies here? Are these things I could potentially do a PR for? Fetch and view a missing dependency. Now, should viewing this imply that we update the URL so you can share that particular package? That would turn me into a full navigation application. I think this one was missing when I was looking at it the other day. That's been updated recently. Cool. All right, I think I'm still a little tired from the weekend. So maybe application and shared URL linking is, or easy shared URL linking is a to be done. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Kuro Kitsune, Haskin TV, Dog and Lick, Stormy Ice Leopard, Deadly Tacos, Too Left for to Cry, and Oseret Gaming for hosting me. Anything to recommend? It's almost done. I think that one's just starting up. So if you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, The Makings of a Hero is doing some game development. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'm probably going to be catching up today. So I don't, it's usually kind of scheduled as a day off. Maybe if I feel like I could jump into some more accident included progress, but it's got to do groceries and just cleaning up and stuff. So I probably should make it a rest day. We'll see. But bye-bye.